So in this tutorial we will set up multi-factor authentication. To combat that, the multi-factor authentication, aka MFA, require more than one factor in order to authenticate or log in. This means a bad actor would have to compromise multiple things like both your computer and your phone to get in. The different type of factor are often summarized as something like password, security question, and the second thing is like something you have, like an authenticator app, security token, and another example is like something you are like your fingerprint or voice. So one common factor is auth, or you can call it as like OATH. And another is TOTP. It's like a Google Authenticator app. The auth mean is one-time password, okay, and is an open protocol that generate one-time use password, commonly a six-digit number that is recycled every 30 seconds. So in this video we will go over how to enable SSH authentication using an auth or TOTP app in addition. So what do you need? Like here you can see that I'm using cat etc OS release. So as you can see I'm using CentOS. It's a version 7 and it's a 64-bit, right? Okay, so this is my server. So like example, this is my server. Okay, so here I'm going to set up the MFA, the multi-factor authentication. Okay, now let's start. Now you have to install EPL release repo. So if you don't have EPL release, so you have to install EPL release. Like I already installed this repo. Let me show you that RPM. So you can check like that, like RPM space minus QA and space 5 and like type grep and type EPL. So here you can see that EPL is installed or not. See, as you can see that EPL is there, so I don't have to install this. Now just type okay, hold on a second. So I already copied this command. Just copy it and paste here. So yum install Google Authenticator and also space minus y if you want to. Okay, so it's loading. Okay, it's done. The next step is we will use a helper app that comes with the PAM to generate the TOTP key for the user, or you want to add a second factor to this key is generated on a user by user basis, not on system wide. This means every user that want to use TOTP auth app will need it to log in and to run helper to app at get their own key. So you cannot just run it once to enable it for everyone, but there are some tips at the end of this tutorial to set up or require MFA for many users. So run this installation app. Run this installation app. Let's see what happens. So remove this. Hit the enter. Okay, now do you want authentication token to be time based? Yes, of course. Why not? So this is my QR code. It's too big, so maybe you cannot scan. Let's try with my mobile. as you just saw that I not able to the capture the QR code from my mobile phone because it's too large. It's not fit on my computer or screen. So that's why I figured out something else. That is, if I the font size it was too big. So that's why I minimize the font size. So let's try again. So here I just type Google Authenticator and just type Y for yes, and as you can see that's now the QR code is now fit. So let's move to my mobile phone. So open your Google Authenticator app. Now begin setup and scan the barcode. Barcode, it's a QR code. Now as you can see it's set up. So if you face the same kind of problem, here you can see a link which is HTTP and the link. Just copy it and go to your browser like and paste it over here. So you can see the QR code, right? So if you face some kind of problem like not is getting on the screen or like that, so there's a two-way. Another thing is, and one thing is you just minimize your font size of the terminal, and second thing is they copy the link and paste it on your browser. You can see the QR code. Okay, now move to the next thing. Now here let me type yes and yes, no, do you want to enable this setting, yes, done. Now I can go to the regular font size. It is mine is only okay. Wait, server. Okay, my password is now. Next thing is edit this one. Okay, now let me close this window. And also close this one. And here, paste it. So this is a PAM file, right? Now add the following line. Here's the line. Copy it and press I to insert mode and just in the last line, paste on the last line. Okay, here, that's it. So what does the line mean? The null lock word to add the end of the last line tells the PAM that this authentication method is optional. This allows user without auth or TOTP token to still log in using their SSH key. Once the all user have an auth or TOTP token, you can remove null lock from this line and to make MFA mandatory. Okay. So next we will configure the SSH to the support this kind of authentication. Open SSH configuration file for editing. So before that, let's save this. Now Vim interesting SSH and SSH underscore d underscore config, right? Okay, now hit enter. Now look for the challenge response authentication type slash challenge, oops, sorry, LLENGE, enter. So challenge authentication is here said no, but I have to set is yes. Now just comment this option and uncomment this one. Okay, now second thing is just check something like use display em keys is yes or not. Okay, yeah, use pm is yes. Also, yeah, password obviously will be yes. Now clear everything and let's see it's working or not. Okay, for test just open another tab. Okay, here you go. SSH root, my username is root, and at the rate my local IP address 168.0.110. Enter. Yeah, now you have to type the password, and as you can see the verification code. So I'm going to open my apps. Okay, the verification code is 471860. So hit the enter. As you can see I'm logged in. So this is okay. So maybe you were thinking that this app is connected with your computer or something like that. No, there's nothing. If you just turn off your mobile Wi-Fi, if you want to try again, let's try again. As you can see my mobile is not Wi-Fi connected, so let me type the password first, and the verification code is 131718. See, it's working. Because both are using same algorithm, and when you scanning the QR code, so your computer or the server is telling the app that I'm using this algorithm or encryption, so both run on the same time, so both are generating the same number. Okay, so that's why it is the same number. Okay, your mobile and your server using the same type of algorithm of encryption. Okay, so that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.